And I'm going to start this one out because we were just talking about who's always prepared the most. And I noticed that I'm the first one to. All I'm going to say is I'm the first one to talk here. And that kind of reminds me of a scene. Like every scene I go to, I always get there first, and then I have to get on the little radio. Hey, it's good to go. They can come in now. So I'm just
doing traffic.
No, I'm purposely looking for that hose, and I'm stomping. Oh, I wasn't supposed to park there.
You can't kick our hose, Chris. You can't kick it.
This is always how it goes. Hey, we're on a medical call. And it's 2:00 in the morning, and we're like, where is PD at? What are they doing?
Who knows? Yeah, they're like eating donuts, dunking them.
Oh, here they come.
Listen, there aren't as many donut shops open at 2:00 in the morning. All right, so we have to go a little further away.
You have to go to the fire station and make coffee.
Exactly. Yeah, we do that a lot.
Yep.
Now that I got that out of the way, I will continue. Everybody, welcome to Undercover Dumpster Fire, as always. And as always, you have Willy, fireman, actor, therapist, you name it, he's done it. You have myself, undercover retired detective, Matt Pitcher. And I can't believe I have to say this, there's another firefighter on here tonight. This is what nightmares are made of, people.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's been so long.
Carry the Flag founder, Chris, and I cannot wait to have him talk about this because it is so freaking awesome. The whole story is awesome, so I'm going to let him go. But I will say I did bring reinforcements since I knew it was a 2-on-1 situation. So any of y'all mess up, I got somebody here to take care of business.
Got the gnome back there.
Yeah, he's gnoming it up. Oh, that's so good. Well, hey, let me start it off just to break the ice. So before we get to Chris, I just want to show I always bring up like a news story, and I just like to talk about what you would do. So I got a cop, I got a firefighter, I got a medic. What you would do if this was your call? And unfortunately, this was a real one. So 2 first responders were killed in the line of duty. It was a volunteer in Oklahoma. It was a drag racing event. Did you guys hear about this?
No, I didn't.
I read it.
I didn't hear about this.
All right. So it was a fire chief, a police officer, and a race volunteer were killed in 2 separate incidents in Hartsthorne, H-Town throwdown. And so this is Oklahoma. And long story short, one of the volunteer firefighters was killed on Halloween, and he was trying to light up this event. So he was ahead of the event. So this was a vehicle crash. And so just imagine y'all are we just have to send some good thoughts and prayers and everything we could to these people. Because you all know how this goes when somebody dies in line of duty, or even just outside of the line of duty, it affects everybody. So talk just a little bit about what you would say or what you would do if this is something that you're having to interact with. Just say a little bit from your own experience. There's no wrong answers. So let's go.
Yeah, go ahead, Matt, and then I'll hit it up since it's lined up
Maddie
on the
P.
screen.
Thanks for that, Chris.
Maddie P.
Like, I mean, there is like it's the toughest thing in the world. Anytime, unfortunately, I've had to tell too many people that their loved ones have passed away, and then when it's a firefighter, a law enforcement, EMT, it always hits the community a little bit harder, and so to have 2 of them in kind of a little bit of a unique situation like that just makes it that much tougher, and it's harder to understand, right? Like it's
horrible.
Yeah, you're trying to think of how did this happen?
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily, for me, I don't know if it's about saying the right thing, because I don't think you'll ever say the right thing. It's just being for them, hugging them, and just showing them love. Like, the only thing you can do is show them love, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So this incident, so they were running a call that was on the highway after a drag race, or was there a drag race and they were like on standby?
Yeah.
What
exactly?
So
it was a standby. It was like a drag race, and then it went bad, and there was some crashes that killed a Haleyville police officer and a firefighter, the chief actually of the department. and
Jesus,
so
man.
they were on standby.
Yeah, because I thought like they were off duty. Like it was just a freak accident that.
Yeah, they're just helping out, like good people do. They just help out, you know.
Yep.
And
dude, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. Like you said, freak accident. I mean, again, words can't. I mean, we've been to the line of duty deaths. Like I used to do the honor guard for a little bit when I with my other department, and dude, it was the thing about it was just being there for the families. That was the gist of everything. You could screw up on everything, and they're like, dude, we know we screw up. The family has no clue, but we're always there for the families. And man,
it's tough. I like they taught me. I went to the Federation of Fire Chaplains training in Indianapolis like a long time ago when my fire chief asked me to be the fire chaplain originally, and they talked about being the ministry of presence, where you just essentially your job, and this applies to all firefighters, I think, and cops too. Like your job is just to be there. Your job is just to be there with them. It's not. There's nothing you could say. What are you gonna say? You know,
dude,
just forget the words.
Yeah, my new department that I'm on, I say new, I've been there 3 years now, but the neighboring department had a line of duty death, and a lot of the guys came from that department that's on this one. And I mean, it's definitely hard. They're just like, there's no words and that help, but just being there. And it's definitely tough, man. I've never had to. It was not on my department. I was on another neighboring department at that time, and I remember going to the funeral. But it's definitely. I mean, dude, and like I said, my old department. I mean, we had several during COVID. Several police officers killed at that time, and it was horrible. It was horrible. And I mean, the families, and we had to live in that city, in that community. You know, definitely brought us together. But it's a horrible feeling. I mean, I think we had, was it 3 or 4 officers killed during that COVID time? It was horrible. And, you know, it was just, I mean, it did, like I said, it brought the community together, but you never want to go through that. It's terrible.
Yep.
So,
on a lighter side. This podcast specifically, well, exactly. Yeah, this one, we like to highlight, because I study resilience. I've been studying this stuff for like 25 years. Like, we look at the adversity, but then we look at what actually helps. And sometimes we don't know what helps. So then it's like, all right, well, that's where we're at. But one thing I know that helps, and it's helped me in the last couple weeks to invigorate and bring out, and then you're not the only one, Chris, because there's other people hitting me up too about different things. But I want you to talk about what you're doing to light people up and to give people a sense of purpose. Like, just run us through the carry the flag, man.
It's funny because I know you're exactly what you're gonna say is you've been running with the flag. Trust me, I've been watching. I'm like, hell yeah, man. Honestly, I started it on Charlie Kirk's birthday. You know, Charlie Kirk got assassinated, and everybody was like, hey, we're doing all this stuff for Charlie Kirk. I wore this shirt, you know, wear red and run it with Charlie Kirk. And dude, that's when it started. There was so many times that I was like, I was hesitant. I'm like, man, so at the 9/11 stair climb this year, I did carry the flag on the 9/11 stair climb. And like I said, I've done it 4 years previous, but I never carried the flag. But this year I carried the flag on that. And then I was hesitant of going out for a run because I'm like, man, you know, I'm just working out. Like, I don't want to. When you pick up that flag and you start carrying it while you're running and you start seeing the emotions from other people, dude, it's exhilarating. Like, I tell people, I'm like, you're making a difference. You know, you don't know who you're making that change for, you know? And it's crazy because I've had people, like a couple weeks ago, I had a lady running down to the street and she's like filming me. She's like, I love it. Like, filming me. And I'm like, yeah, you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then
great.
Last week I had a lady, she's with the local newspaper, And she saw me running down the street, and she's like, I've got to do a story over this. So she took it all, and I was like, hey, you're really good at this PR thing, aren't you? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, I've got some stuff that you can relay,
Yeah.
I've had teachers stop and say, hey, would you mind coming by the school and talking to kids? So, dude, you never know what's going to come up just running with the flag. Like, dude, like, it's just, it's amazing. And it's amazing that this movement, dude, I was just messaging a guy earlier that he's running with the flag too. And he's like, dude, like, it's awesome. Like, how do you put together the, your flag? And, so we talked about it and stuff. So it's really been awesome. And I can start off how it all started,
Yeah. School us, man. Yep.
So, been a firefighter, paramedic for 18 years.
We won't hold that against you. Keep going.
I know.
That's awesome. It's the awesomest thing ever.
Checked the right box when I came into the city.
True.
Long family history of firefighters. My grandfather, after he got out of World War II, became a firefighter. It actually skipped my dad and uncle's generation, but then my cousin's a firefighter, my brother's a firefighter, my second cousin's a firefighter. And then I've also got a second cousin and his dad, and then his dad's up in St. Joe, Missouri, also that were firefighters. So there's a long history of firefighters, and that's why, like, right out of high school, I was like, this is what I want to do. So, dude, I've been doing I went, like, on the department, we get a lot of time off, but I always wanted to challenge myself. I was like, hey, I'm going to do the half Ironman, and then the half Ironman went for me to do the full Ironman. And during this time, I'm like, man, I want to do something to teach my kids, because my kids were born, and I'm like, I want to be that role model for my kids and teach them. And so I started talking to a lot of people that were very successful. And I was like, anybody that I thought was successful, I was like, I'm going to talk to them and I'm going to see what they're doing, so led me down the road. Most of the people were saying, hey, I started a business. So I was like, perfect. I'm a firefighter. I can do it on my days off,
Yeah, exactly. The other job. Yeah.
But as all other firefighters they either, cut grass or paint houses or remodel. And I'm like, dude, I want to do something cool. So, long story short, I started creating some brands. I got some mentors and I started creating some brands, and I just started brands because that's what they were kind of telling me what to do, and nothing was like really very passionate to me. I was starting them and it was just like, whatever. And so not this September 11th, but last September 11th, I was supposed to do the 9/11 stair climb. And like I said, I've done it before years past, but I couldn't make it this year because my daughter had volleyball games. And so a fellow firefighter, we were going in between exchanging. He was coming in for something, and he kind of like ran the 9/11 thing for our department. He's like, hey, you doing the 9/11 stair climb? And I was like, dude, I can't do it this year, man. I've got my kids. I can't, like, she's got a volleyball tournament. And he looked at me and he goes, Chris, who's going to carry the flag? Who's going to carry the flag for the guys that are getting on the job that weren't even born on 9/11, that don't know 9/11? Who's going to carry the flag for your family, your kids, your crew? Who's going to carry it? He's kind of busting my balls. And I'm like, damn, man, like, started making me think, and he was just jacking with me. But I'm like, huh. So later that night, we were doing a workout, and it was just like, who's going to carry the flag? And it just stuck with me. It stuck with me. And I'm out on my runs, and I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, dude, have I been carrying the flag for my family? Have I been the one? Dude, because, like, there's generations coming behind us that need to know what this flag stood for. What are you doing? Why do you work so hard, Dad? Why do you do all this? Like, and so this January, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something about it. And so I took that saying, who's going to carry the flag, to the station. It was it was a holiday or a weekend or something. And I was like, I'm going to just design and see what I can come up with. And I'm like, man, who's going to carry the flag just doesn't look good. Like, it's weird. And so I started jacking around with it, and then all of a sudden, I created that logo.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, I was like, dude, that's badass. I was like,
It is.
huh.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. I was like, I think it's cool. I mean, like, do other people think it's cool? So I started doing Instagram stuff, kind of what I knew from my other brands, and I started getting some traction. And I was like, okay, this is cool. Like, some people started vibing with it. I was like, all right. So I knew how to print shirts. So I was like, all right, NASCAR's up the road from us. I'm going to print 20 shirts and I'm going to just go up and just see if people care. And usually when I do a pop-up shop, my kids come. Because to teach them hard work, adversity, thing, you know.
Yeah.
And usually when I make them do a pop-up, they'll go out and do the sales pitch. I let them go.
Like, oh, nice.
It's just it's teaching them. It's teaching
absolutely.
Them, you know? And dude, nobody likes freaking doing a sales pitch. You're like, you know. And I'll get back onto that here in a second. So I print up the shirts, and my wife came too, and she's like, "Can you do this?" I was like, "I don't know. If I can't do it, I'm just gonna act dumb and be like, oh, I didn't know I couldn't do this, and just leave. Like, whatever." You know,
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so, you're just doing it. Yeah.
So yeah, dude, we drive up to NASCAR, and I just pull into the the fields or the parking lots.
Yeah,
and like my kids and my wife were like, "Okay, so what are you gonna do?" So, dude, I just walked up to the first tent, and I handed them my little sheet. I had no clue what the hell I was saying. I probably looked stupid, and they all looked at me like, okay, cool, man. Like, go for it. And then I was like, I looked at my kids and I go, you always got to get the first one out. The first one always sucks, you know?
Yeah, just get it out the way. I
walk up to the next tent, and it's funny because it actually ended up being a paramedic that works in my county. And he's like, dude, I love it. I think he ended up buying like 3 shirts. He's like, I love it, man. Like, yeah. And I'm nice. Like, all right.
At least you know you're not getting shut out, right? You at least got 3 down. You're good.
I was like, all right. At least, So then I went to the next tent, and it was like, dude, this was like a huge tent. There was like 5, 6, 7 people there. And of course, I'm like sweating, and I give them my pitch, and they're like, dude, this is awesome. Then one of the amazing things started happening is they started giving me their stories. Hey, my uncle was in Vietnam and got shot down in a helicopter, and then I went to a next one, and hey, my husband had cancer and he died, and he was a firefighter, and it kept going. Next thing I know, an hour into it, I say we sold out of the shirts, which we had 1 small left. And I mean, selling smalls is hard anyway. So to walk away, I looked at my kids and I said, not only do people care, but I mean, listen to the messages that we're getting. I didn't expect that. And sometimes, those hit deep because you're looking at a loved one that they're telling you, this, and I'm just like, man, because the woman, she's like, I will support you guys forever. My husband was a firefighter and he died of cancer, and I love what you're doing. And I mean, what do you say to that? What do you say to that? And so, dude, it's at that point I was like, this is what I was supposed to do. This is what I was supposed to do. So, dude, that led to me more and more on Instagram, more and more people, dude, things are happening. I'm going to the Firefighter Challenge in Oklahoma City, and dude, love the brotherhood. I like sold out of everything. Like, everybody's coming up, and I'm like, don't have it, And then, like you said, the Charlie Kirk thing hits, and I'm just like, oh, man, like, I'm sitting here telling my wife, I'm like, this was an influencer. And she's like, Chris, that wasn't an influencer. That's a political activist. And I was like, wow. I was like, that's tough. That's deep. It's way different, And I'm like, that's almost like Martin Luther King getting assassinated. Like this, it hit deep, man. I mean, it really made me sick to my stomach for days. And I mean, my wife is not very political or anything. And the next day she looks at me and she's like, why is it just like, it just sickens me on what happened. And I'm like, yeah. And so, like I said, the 9/11 stair climb happened the next day. Or sorry, not the next day. We did the 9/11 stair climb that weekend before. And me not doing it that year, I'm like, I'm taking the flag and I'm carrying it up all those flights of stairs for the guys that we lost. Not only the firefighters, but the police officers, the civilians. I'm carrying that flag for them, you know?
Awesome.
And the turnout from our department, we had 22 guys turn out for the 9/11 stair climb. The most out of any department there. And they had like 6 groups of us climbing because they cut them up into smaller groups to release for timing. So I was pumped about that. Yeah. Then that week, Charlie Kirk thing happened. And the big thing was, hey, everybody wear red for Charlie Kirk's birthday and all that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick up that flag and I'm going out there and I'm carrying it. I'm going for my run and I'm carrying it. I'm running right down Main Street and everybody's going to see me. And dude, it was exhilarating. Ever since then, I mean, you guys have seen me. I don't run with it every day because, you know, I mean, I do it on my run days, but every day that it's a run day, Old Glory comes and it's exhilarating. And dude, for the movement and everybody that's been doing it, I can't be more pumped. Like literally, I'm just like, dude, we're doing something. We're doing something great. And it's, you know, it's going to take that community, the group to do it too. And dude, I can't be more pumped. Willie, you're running with it. Matt, I know you're going to start running with it next. I don't know if you're a runner.
You're going to make him a runner.
Dude, just pick it up for a walk. If it's just that one person that it changes, that they're just sitting on that they just need that extra little like thing to where it's like, oh, that guy's doing it. I'm going to, you know, so that's it in a nutshell, man.
Oh, I love that.
What questions?
I love that. Well, I have a little testimony because I run on 7 Mile Bridge, which is a marathon.
Sounds horrible.
I know, it's
old 7 Mile. You got to call it right.
Old 7 Mile Bridge out to Pigeon Key. And then there's sharks and like all kinds of stuff out there at the end. You know, it's terrible scenery. But it's US Highway 1, so everyone passes by. And the other day I realized I saw this Marine that I met. His name's Joe. So shout out to Joe. He's a Marine. His son's a Marine, and he pulled me over and he was like, "Hey, are you that guy running with the flag?" And I was like, "Yep."
I don't know.
This thing.
I think so. Wait, no, I was like, yeah, I am. Actually, I pick up trash. That's what he saw me doing. And anyway, long story just to say, I run on this highway. And so then I thought, you know what? When I go to Colorado, which I'm in Marathon, so they even still say the Pledge of Allegiance here, you know, like for real. It's kind of old school that way. But Colorado is not like that. Colorado is kind of crazy. And so I went to Castle Rock, which is where my other spot is. And so I went out there and I ran up Castle Rock on Veterans Day. And then
saw that.
2 days. Yeah, right. Well, and so then 2 days later, I was going to the gym out there and I drove by that spot that I had ran. And I saw somebody else running with the flag. And you don't know this, but I broke me down. I started crying. I was like, oh my gosh, somebody else is doing it now. And maybe they saw me like up there waving it. And I don't even know. But I just wanted to tell you that because like
I was pumped, dude. I'm literally pumped. Like every single dude, I saw that video. I was like, dude,
all right,
yes.
Here we go. Yep.
Even though I'm jealous when I see you in Florida running with it, I'm like, it's 40 degrees here, raining.
Yeah. Right. Well, hey, you know, like, but here's the thing, like what you're doing, I've noticed is it's just like fire. You know, fire doubles, or it can double every 30 seconds, double in size. It's fire science. You know, I did go to fire science school and I remembered that. So it can double every 30 seconds in size. And so the idea that when you run out there with the flag and somebody else sees that, the idea is that it does ignite other people. And you see that every day. You hear the honks, and now I hear the honks, and I'm like, every time I hear a honk, I run harder. I run faster.
that lady that did that article, she posted it on Facebook, and then the next thing you know, they're like, "Oh, I saw that guy the other day." You know, "Oh, that's who that is. Oh, that's all." Like, "Hey, come to my city and run through my city." You know,
Oh, that's super cool.
Dude.
See,
and like I said, like I was running with my best friend, and we went through the academy together. See, back in 08. Dude, we're still buddies. 18 years ago.
Nice.
And he looked at me, and because dude, you can't help but talk about what's going on, and and he was like, "Well, Chris, I'm just one person. How can I make a difference, man? Like nobody's gonna listen to me." And I just told him, I was like, "Dude, Mike, all it takes is one person. All it takes is that conversation, or somebody sees you and they get inspired, and it starts." I was like, and that's when the ripple effect starts. That little ripple becomes a big wave. Like, dude, that little match starts as a huge fire, and the next thing you know, you got a forest fire. And dude,
burning it down.
Yeah. And I mean, man, like it's just awesome. And it's just like you said, not even just firefighters. You got military doing it now, police officers, and I'm just so pumped when I see it that I'm just like, we're doing it. Like this is what we need. This is the positive message that we need. And dude, I feel like, because I always feel like everything happens for a reason. And so, I mean, I did my 15 years in Kansas City, Kansas, and then we moved to Oak Island, North Carolina, to be by the beach.
Is that where you live?
No. So my wife had a medical emergency, and we decided as a family that it was better for us to be in Kansas City. She's all good now, but it brought us back home. And then it brought me to this new department that my best buddy went to. And that's where the firefighter said, "Chris, who's going to carry the fire?" And it's like, that's really weird how everything happens,
Yeah, exactly.
But yes,
it does come full circle, man.
I did live in Wilmington, North Carolina. It was amazing. It was.
I lived there for a while. Yeah,
great
I love that place.
People. We lived over in Leland, so.
All right, we lived lived right next to Michael Jordan's high school for a little bit, across the street at Edward High Place. And
gotcha.
132 for a while. And I went to UNCW for a little bit too. But yeah, it's definitely a cool area.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it's it's really cool. We got some stuff lined up, and hopefully everything goes through, and it's just hanging on for the ride. And dude, I will say I get very busy, and I don't know if everybody's noticed on the Instagram and stuff, but like my responses have been getting a little bit longer on it, and it's just like, oh God. I wake up and it's like, all right, 18 messages to respond for. Like, but it's a good thing to have, Yeah,
it's a good problem. Good problem.
Yeah.
Well, and what you're doing too. So I joined Team Red, White, and Blue, which is all over the country, and they're also overseas too. So shout out to Team Red, White, and Blue in Hong Kong, China.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, Willy, will you do another video for us? We love it." And I'm just shouting out to you. And like, so anyway, just know like what you're doing is hitting people all over the world.
They did a carry the flag workout out in Hong Kong. So it was during the summer, because I told my kids, I go, "Hey, they just did this workout. It was like one of the weekends. It's like, we're going to go up to the football field and do it." And dude, it was something as simple as like you like do like 10 push-ups, 10 air squats, 10 burpees,
pretty
10
straightforward.
Something. But you only get a minute break in between, and you do it for 10 rounds. And I'm like, this isn't going to be that hard. Like, it's not that bad, Like by round 6, I'm like, oh my God, I underestimated.
They know what's up. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they know what's up. Yeah, so shout out to Team Red, White, Blue. Yep. Well, hey, so me and Matt have some shirts coming, so you'll be sending them to Marathon whenever you get into your orders.
Are you
or whatever.
Both in Marathon?
See. Yep.
Oh yeah.
So And I'm in
Sounds
Colorado half the
terrible.
time. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Both places
Dude.
are awful. You know.
So my wife and I, we've flown into Fort Lauderdale twice and drove down to Key West, and that drive alone is amazing. The drive alone's amazing.
US1.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's beautiful.
It is. Well, now you know a spot now, you know. So
Well, yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
man.
you don't go all the way to Key West. You stop at Marathon. You don't have to go past that.
Yeah.
There's no
real.
reason.
Hey, we'll take you to the Dolphin Research Center too, and have you do some dolphin experience. I was there all day today. It's so much fun.
What do you do at the
that's where
dolphin research?
I do anything they need me to do, but I also say hi to the dolphins, and they squeak and squeal, and they're the coolest thing, man. It's
Dude,
I mean, animals.
my kids would
it's
love
just
that.
cool. Yeah, for real. And they do like veteran stuff. They have a first responder day where first responders can come for free and experience a dolphin. So I'll hit you up. I'll throw that
Dude,
stuff out there.
When it starts snowing its ass off here, I will definitely come down there.
It's usually in like January, so just remember that. Yeah, put it in the back of your head.
That water is freezing in January. Down here, it's freezing. I can't handle that.
Hey, it's not as cold as Michigan. Yeah, not as cold as
true.
Michigan. It used to be ice when I would go. So
I think when we went down to Key West, I think it was in February.
That's when most.
And like I said,
it's cold.
It's a little brisk.
Yeah.
But a lot better than Kansas in February.
You're not wrong.
For real. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
I hate to do this, people, but I am the time mean person.
I was going to say that.
I make sure I keep us at 30 minutes, and we are past. So y'all are fired. You're written up. You both are suspended. You're not allowed to sleep on the job anymore.
Hey, we get paid to sleep, man. You know, so that's
yeah.
Yep.
So
thank you, Chris, for coming. Thank you,
Chris.
brother.
Thank you for everything, for what you do. Just phenomenal.
Dude, awesome, guys. Yeah, thanks for warning me on that, because sometimes I'm on like a 2-hour podcast and I'm like, I could have gone for. I'm like, oh, sweet. So I knocked it out, perfect timing.
Yeah, you did.
You nailed it. And it's like firefighters do. They always nail it. Just firefighters just nail it every time.
All right. Well, hey, Chris, we'll probably have you back on anyway, so it doesn't matter because you're awesome. So, and now look what you did to me. You made the cop blurry.
Yep. He's all blurry. He's all messed up. You messed him up.
All right. Hey, Chris, thank you again. Yeah. And Willie, take us out.
Y'all have any of your guys' followers want a sticker, carrytheflagusa.com. And then follow me on Carry the Flag USA on Instagram. I'm on there all the time. So
yeah, hit them up on Instagram too. Definitely, if you're carrying the flag, hit them up and say, "Hey, I saw you on Undercover Dumpster Fire. Here you go, check me out." Or you don't have to say Undercover Dumpster Fire. Just say, "Hey, check me out. I'm running the flag."
Yeah, definitely,
super cool. So
there we go.
But do the Undercover Dumpster Fire anyway. All right, I'll see you. All right, y'all have a great night. Chris, thank you again. Willie, as always, thank you. And
you're welcome. All right.
Thank you guys.
See you at your hour. Yeah, see you guys. Yeah.